of sorts. Welcome aboard. My guest tonight, Honorable 𝐒𝐔𝐁𝐒 Barnabas, Member of Parliament, Buyaga West, lost to Namara in the party primaries. Well, we'll get into that. I'm also joined by Honorable Sarah Opendi, Woman Member of Parliament, Tororo. This time she's been on the independent, but she won in the primaries. Frontliner Ofono Pondo, who is bidding to represent elder people, the older persons in Parliament from Eastern Region. Good to have you. Plus, the Secretary General of the People's Front for Freedom and Member of Parliament, Kira Municipality, our frontliner, Honorable Semuju Ibrahim Nganda. Good to have you all. I'll begin with you, Honorable Tinka. Having lost the party primaries and made no show in the tribunal, has your political curtain closed?
I have to just laugh at you. I left Makerere University in 95 and worked for 10 years in public service and chose to join politics. The largest part of my life I have been in politics, and I find myself a politician at 53, leave the political stage when somebody at 86 is still weighing in for bigger positions. I find that not tenable for me.
So what is next for you?
Of course, there are many options that are available for me. Not to say that I disregarded what I saw in the party primaries, and I did not see any need. Although there are events that played that could not allow me to even think about what was going on. Immediately after the party primaries, I lost my mother.
Oh, sorry.
And I had to concentrate on the burial of my mother. And of course, time for petitions was running up. So I did not see any need of putting in any form of petition, even when I had serious grounds.
Why did you find it tenable?
I don't think that I would be crying for the death of my mother and find time to go and be counseled in the tribunal, because I have been there 4 times. They have taken me there 4 times from the time I started participating in the party primaries. Largely is about talking to you, you steaming off, and those who are like petitioning, steaming off, and being asked, can't you think about supporting the person who won you, even when he won you unfairly? When you see what happened in my constituency, the election was a fraud. I would not call it an election. Before I joined politics, I was a returning officer. I know what it means to organize a free and fair election. Yes, I'm a politician who in Africa knows that fairness is of elections comes to around 50%. Ours was not even 20%, was not 20%. It was skewed. It was a planned system, not to allow person called 𝐒𝐔𝐁𝐒 Barnabas to win.
Who hatched the plan?
Of course, the one who won, the one who claims to have won, and he planned it with the district returning officer, who had set up a system already, because I got that information and reported it to Tango Doi, and it was dismissed almost 1 week to the election time. When it was dismissed, he had already set up a system, because I got wind that he already had even a result declaration form before we held elections. They brought a copy for me where they had given me 30% of the elections, of the result declaration form. they brought that military I had been, you remember, towards the election time, I was abducted on 28th. In my history, I had never thought of such a thing. For me, I am an outspoken politician who does not participate in underhand methods. I will come to the TV and speak what I believe in to be right. I do not go behind to organize other activities, follow-up activities. And because when I was in captivity, they told me I speak too much. I speak too much, and of course so many things played when I was there. I knew anything was going to happen even during this other election. So what happened on election day, I was not surprised, where the entire establishment.
So your loss was predetermined?
Yes, yes. The entire establishment started beating up people online, lining up, removing them from my line.
That would be a very good ground for the tribunal to interrogate.
Of course, even others, because you go to a polling station, somebody scores 119 and is given 519, 400 free votes, 400 free votes. Free votes. It's a polling station in Mhoro Town Council, Chisenyi village. He polled 119. He was given 519. I had all the credible evidence that would even force an overturning this election. But now, even if it would be overturned, they would be the same group of people that would organize the election. You are just there to brutalize your people. I said that to the basis after being given a ballot. Because
this scenario raised a number of questions and even poke holes in the entire system, the NRM party primary system, which gives flags to candidates.
At least think 𝐒𝐔𝐁 was not brutalized. At least they just cheated.
no.
𝐒𝐔𝐁
Do you know that during that time, during the election time, my whole vehicle almost somebody came with a panga and started cutting it. They smashed every windscreen, every windscreen. After the election, I was treating 48 patients. Okay. Even others this morning, as I was leaving my place, some have not recovered.
Thank you. Let's hear from
they are still carrying the wounds of the election.
Honorable Samuju.
Yeah, you see, the 𝐒𝐔𝐁 was burying people, shot dead. For you, at least you are treating, so you should thank God. I met the Honorable Yona Musinguzi at Parliament today. Frail.
Has he recovered?
Frail. He has a cut almost the length of his head. He told me he was operated in Mbarara because he had 3 clots, and they said transferring him to Kampala would be risking his life. He's even struggling to speak. They told me he was at Parliament. They told me, he actually told us with a group of other MPs that under normal circumstances, no MP would allow his head to be open in a facility-up country. And he said, I didn't have the luxury, because they said either they open the head, remove the clots, or you die on the way coming to Kampala. That's why I said that Tinkasimile should thank God. Him is treating other people. Yona was in hospital, in coma, I have been told, for 3 days. But also we thank God that he didn't die. I try to raise these matters in Parliament because it is foolish to think that this violence will stop in NRM elections and it will not be imported into the national elections. When I saw General Kayanja crying, when I saw, as I said here recently on one of the shows, Ndunguse, who was Kaihora's deputy, being roughed up, first for him I was celebrating because that's how they have been treating us when they are in police. But for the country it is sad. So really what happened in the NRM primary, because I'd wanted the Parliament at least to investigate the aspect of violence, to find out who was deploying the military, who was deploying the police. You saw Kayanja crying that they brought 50 drones. He was calling them drone 50. Sechukwu said in his case there were 40. We spend every year about 5 trillion shilling on strengthening and building our security as a country. So any MP who is sane should be troubled by seeing the military all over NRM primaries, seeing police. So, but one thing that I have never understood is for people like Tinkasimile and Sechukwu to continue forcing themselves onto and into the NRM. They get mistreated, but after 1 week they are NRM. They're even more NRM than those who are mistreating them. You guys, you just have to take a risk. How can you continue being part of what you are describing? That they are bringing pangas to cut your vehicle, they are kidnapping you, the whole establishment were against you. But you say, no, I am still part of them.
No, but he's putting blame on the individual, not the party.
So that individual could not have operated in the same way. I met the MP for 𝐒𝐔𝐁𝐒. He told me in his case 2 people were killed. We are with him today at Parliament. It's not possible that that individual who was brutalizing people he has treated the 40 was the one operating in the same way, was the one operating in 𝐒𝐔𝐁𝐒, was the one killing. This is a system that has disintegrated. When you hear countries speak about warlords in Somalia and in other countries, it means the center can no longer hold. So the individuals have accumulated power around themselves, so they can go and dispense it the way they like. So that's where we are now. I spoke to friends before the NRM primaries who told me in Ankole and partly in Chigezi, for you just to think